Ashley, thanks for joining us.
Hey, where am I looking? Anywhere. Okay.
Ever done a podcast before?
I don't. What is a podcast?
Yeah. Ashley is the other co-host of Talentless, podcast by recruiters for recruiters.
Oh.
Not to be, we already talked about, but not to be confused with
for that.
recruiters hanging on by a thread.
Oh, correct. Yeah. Which I do love.
Thank you.
I have 2 threads that I hang on to, so that's about it.
Ashley, I asked it on the phone.
Yeah.
I always need to ask before we get going, because this is the question we ask candidates 1,000 times.
Yeah.
But we always have to ask ourselves as well.
Yeah.
Is this still a good time?
No, I've got to
You
go.
have to go?
Has anyone actually gotten up and been like, hey, bye? Or is this the closest?
That's the closest.
Oh,
that's
okay.
ever happened.
Sweet.
The closest that happened was you not showing up on time.
Wow, but she was here on the minute.
Yeah.
And she did like a walk-up.
She did do a walk-up.
Yeah,
That was
she
pretty
did.
good.
Yeah.
We were really excited to call you and talk.
Yeah?
Ashley is here. Ashley and I met at RecFest last year.
Woo!
We were both heavily pregnant.
Oh.
And both bellies.
It was the best day of my life. That was my first introduction to Mike Peditto. I was like, hey, what a belly bump? Like,
belly bump?
Just do that?
I'm still just as pregnant.
Oh, no.
But we like to do a couple things on this podcast.
All right, give it to me.
We always like to start with called the Recruiter Breakdown.
Okay.
Because we are always on the verge of a breakdown.
Jeez, this place is accurate.
Since we are all here,
Yeah.
I figured really what this breakdown is, let's break down day 1 of RecFest.
Oh, heck
We're
yeah.
here at the end of the day. Everyone is leaving.
Everyone
The
is.
sun is
We have
still
shut
fucking
this
hot
place
and
down.
on us.
Oh, you're allowed to cuss. Good for you.
It's my show.
I mean, I don't know what happens here. I have
What am
no
I going to
clue.
do? Get in trouble?
I mean, yeah. Hey, Mike's calling you on your phone. You need to pick it up.
There's 2 things I'm allowed to do. Call people and cuss. Those are the rules.
I mean, both the C's.
Yeah, it is so hot.
And
but
the sun is just like, hey,
it's
guys.
right here,
Yeah,
right here.
It's got us
we
in
have
a
a piece
good
of
angle.
paper over the lens to help on the flare.
That's dope. That's real technology.
How's day? Yeah, that's professional shit.
Yeah.
How's day 1 been for you?
Hey, day 1's been killer. I'm not gonna lie. Shaker booth was kind of the highlight of my day. Like that was some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to recruit there. Got to record there. And they have like this little timeline thing, and you can do an audio tour. Like for the nerd in me, I was
Some of
like
these
10 out of
booths are
10.
a little bit crazy.
Okay, and did you do the picture booth?
No?
Oh, that you get to take like this cutesy little Taylor Swift looking picture.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
go get
I'm
your
gonna have a
era.
busy day tomorrow.
I'm telling you.
Today I've been too busy just whining about the heat all day and not doing anything.
I think that's everyone's job today.
Tomorrow is tomorrow's gonna be swag day.
Oh.
I did do the money grab.
Oh.
There's a money machine.
Yes.
There's one of those, if you're watching, you'll see this. If you're listening, you won't. One of those machines where, like, athletes do it to show how athletic they are.
Oh, that one.
Where
Yeah.
they, like, drop darts and you have to grab them.
Yeah, the Jedi.
I got 1 out of 9.
I got 4. 5 is questionable if we're not counting the last one.
Right, if we don't count cheating.
If we don't... Oh.
I got 4 on the second go.
Okay, yeah, you didn't... okay, the first go, y'all.
You were announcing for me. And in the video, you literally said the words, "Are you blind?"
Listen. Someone needed to ask just to like triple check because it was you just like stared at them all falling and you were just like, okay.
That sun was directly in my eyes. I could not see the darts falling. I didn't know it had started.
We all knew. We were like, wait, does he not know?
Standing there. And then once that happens, like you're like, you can't catch up. Your momentum, you're embarrassed.
Yeah, you're just like, I already missed 1. You're like, so what's the next 50? Just leave him, drop him. Yeah, I get that.
I end every podcast. This is a great segue.
Oh, okay.
This is a great segue.
Is it?
To where I normally would end, but
You're
I'm
already
ending right
ending?
now. No, I'm not already ending.
Thank God.
Relax.
Okay.
Relax. We're going a little bit out of order because instead of like a 40-minute recording, we're doing this in 15.
I heard. Yeah.
So my final question I always ask on the podcast, though, is how do you cope with what it's like being a recruiter right now? And, like, how do you build that community? And what got me into that was like my community are the kind of people like you and Desiree who, when I wasn't speaking, were tagging me on posts about people who should be speaking and going, right? And like, it didn't matter. You don't have that much influence.
I've
you
none.
tried, and it made you the community. But in this world where like, it is so hard, right? Being a recruiter right now is difficult.
Yeah.
And you have large teams and you've managed all these things. How do you cope with it? Like, how do you keep a community and just cope with what it's like right now?
So I will say, so I am, and if we're speaking about, let's start with daytime job, I guess.
Okay.
Because the world is nuts right now. Like,
I've
forget
heard.
recruiter world.
Yeah.
Like, just the world.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that we really, really neglect, and especially whenever you work at those big fortune businesses where it's like, oh, we don't talk about that, we don't do this, we lose a lot of ourselves in that. We lose a lot of who we are because you can't cut yourself up and only send your left arm to work. Like, you are
Sure.
who you are everywhere. And so I think remembering and just meeting your team where they are as a human first.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I have people that are based out of Chicago. Are you okay? Like, it is not easy in Chicago right now. And so just that question of, like, just even considering anything outside of their 40-hour a week.
Yeah.
Like, just meet them there. Because, again, it's happening to them whether you're talking about it or not. And all you're doing is just ignoring 90% of them and saying, I only need your 10.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a crappy place to be a manager. So.
But also understanding with that, I think it's important that, like, not everyone will want to.
Oh, sure.
Right, yeah, like,
you got to read the room.
That's about, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things when I was at Teal that we really did that, like, I loved was after our weekly meeting, like, we had a company meeting, then afterwards we had a section called high lows.
Oh, yeah.
And it was totally optional. And, like, people knew, like, zero pressure to ever show up, and
Yeah.
it never came. But the goal of it was just, like, anyone who stuck around, we went around the Zoom meeting and each talked about sort of like highs and lows we had from the week.
Yeah.
And sometimes it was real simple. People were just like, oh, work was hard or whatever. But sometimes people got into their sick parents.
Heck
or
yeah.
what's happening with their kids.
Yeah.
And for some people, just having those 5 minutes to, like, say that to a coworker because you
Yeah.
spend 40 hours a week with them, like, means everything.
Yeah.
And to the people who never wanted to come once, like, that's cool.
Yeah.
To talk about your life with us.
I love, we do peaks and pits every Friday, and it's something, and again, it could be like I stepped in a puddle and my sock was a mess.
Yeah.
Like, it could be as tiny as it wants to be. I do kind of put the pressure on, and I'm like, you better give me that peak and that pit. No, I mean,
better be good work you've done.
better be. But no, I mean, you're exactly right. Just giving people space, right? And just being like, I'm listening. Like, I value whatever comes out of your mouth next. Like, that's important, I think, you know? So, yeah. That's
And
what
then,
I'd
of course,
say.
events like this.
Events like this.
This is the community.
This is the community. There's only 3 people here, so yeah, this is
There
about
are
it.
people leaving. The sun feels like it's about to go behind the tent.
Well, it is about to go behind the tent,
You're
which
live
is perfect
streaming the
timing.
sunset behind this tent. Yeah,
Look at
this is
this. Look at this.
This is
Aw, it's like the Lion King sunset. We just need that funky tree.
The other thing I like to ask everybody,
All right.
because we all have these stories. Mm-hmm. What is your recruiting nightmare story?
Oh, well.
And now let me say a recruiting.
Okay, yeah. Tell me the
It can
parameters.
be almost anything, right? It can be something that happened as a recruiter. It can be a hiring manager. It can be a bad job. It can be a story when you were a candidate. But we all have them.
You know
We
what?
all like to commiserate.
I'm actually going to give you one that is conference-based, and this is going to be a really weird one because it's, you know. One of the worst recruiting experiences I had is as a manager in 2019 or 17. I took a group of people to the Indeed conference, my recruiters, and they were roofied. And I had to carry them back to the hotel. You didn't know this is where this was going.
Never heard this, no.
No, yeah. And so I actually, anytime, even all this group here, anytime I bring anyone with me, I always make sure they know this might be a work function. Not everybody here is work.
Right.
And so you always, even though you think I can set this down next to Mike Peditto and he won't give me free drugs, he might. I mean, what? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, but like where? Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. But that's kind of, again, I know that's not where we're going at all, but just, hey, for everyone out there coming to conferences, that was probably one of the, I mean, I've definitely had other ones that
I mean, I
more
hear
job
these
related.
stories, unfortunately, too much.
It
right?
is.
And, like, people listening or watching might not go to conferences, or maybe they go more rarely or whatever, but I hear about it at Unleash or sort of, or not to call them out specifically like it's an Unleash problem, but it could be anywhere.
But they surface it at least and say, hey, be aware.
Right.
And I think that's key because
Anywhere
people
you
don't
go,
think.
lots of people.
Yeah.
Can be hard. And so does your whole team.
Yeah. Oh, no. Sorry. It was one. So it was one.
Okay.
And it
you
was.
said I had to carry them home, and I'm picturing you
I
just
did.
like
Just like
slinging
60 people like on my back.
Yeah.
No. Thank God she was just a little pocket rocket though. She was a tiny little girl. But no, I literally slugged her over. And I will say again, this is more of a story. Hopefully not to put her on blast if she ever listens to this, but it's much more of a story to say, hey, like that was a learning experience for me as a manager, as a recruiter. I had my work hat on. Never would have thought of that, but here we are at a conference. So PSA, y'all. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, it is important.
All right, yeah.
For anybody...
Not to take it weird.
Anybody watching this, but it's not weird. It's not so much about recruiting, but it is a thing that recruiters would deal with. And it's a thing, honestly, for any profession. I'm sure.
Professional.
This can only happen to a recruiter at a...
This only happens at recruiting events. If you went to an IT conference, you're good. You know? Yeah.
But no, it's important, and that's also, that goes back to like the team leadership, right? And being a part of people and them having to know that you were
correct. Because I will say, even whenever I saw her, I was like, because you never party with your employees most of the time, and I just remember being like, are you super drunk, or are you like again on Mike Peditto's drugs? Like, what is happening?
Can we brand them as...
I think we might.
Officially rebrand them as Mike
like Evan
Peditto's
White
drugs.
might get mad at this.
Yeah, this isn't the best, but that's okay.
He's like, hey, I'm cutting all of this.
Yeah.
She's only good for 10 minutes.
We're going to figure out what parts go into episodes and what don't.
So probably none.
I think the lesson is important. The jokes about date rape, maybe not.
Probably not. Yeah. I'm going to say, and you kind of said those words. I definitely don't think those words can make the cut. I mean, I know like content police, but...
I think there's an E next to my...
Explicit.
Explicit.
Okay, good for
but
you.
to be fair, but we are also saying to be aware and be careful.
Yes,
right?
that is the truth
I don't
of
think
it.
saying those words is the problem.
No,
right?
you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm wrong.
You have to say the words.
I mean, you can't. Yeah, I don't know.
This is great. This is... Last year we had such a fun, spirited interview where we bumped bellies.
And
no
no
this
one
year we
heard
got
it.
as dark as fucking possible.
We swing from one. Like last year we were like, what just happened to Bayhill? It's so fun. And now we're like, watch your...
Let me tell you what Mike Peditto does when nobody's looking.
And just so everyone knows, I don't think Mike Peditto...
Can we go on record as saying Mike Peditto did not do that?
Relax. This is the official announcement. Mike Peditto did not do that. But now we don't know what we're talking about anymore.
All right. I just got the two.
Oh, you did?
We either have 2 more minutes to talk about my drugs or to transition into something else.
If we want to make more money, we should do the former. But if we're here for professionalism, let's do the latter.
I do have a question for you.
Tell me.
Because Desiree's answer was very quickly. Yours is going to be a little different. Why haven't you read this book yet?
That is probably because I have a reading disability. When are you going to go into the lab?
Much better topic for us to make fun of.
When are you going to go into the lab and make a little audiobook? You know your fans want that.
Evan White and Purple Acorn Press. The fans are demanding an audiobook.
The fans.
They are demanding an ebook.
I am fan number 1.
Yeah.
TBH. I mean,
there are a lot of people who just words are tough for them.
I mean, and plus you have people know your voice. People know you.
Oh my God.
And whenever you read,
audiobook?
that's so special.
Oh man.
Because whenever it's in your voice, that changes everything.
The book does sound a lot like me.
It does.
You wouldn't know that, but
Des read it. No, she did, and she's like, it sounds exactly like he talks. It's very personable, and so it's very, especially for who you're wanting to purchase this book, A+. Yeah. And okay, little shirt.
No, it's
How precious. Can I not say that?
No, you
Is
can
that
say
worse than date rape?
No.
Okay.
a little bit. It's not, it's the logo that goes on the book.
Yeah.
It's important there.
Okay.
I got it because I was on the job search, and that's what you do.
There you go.
I will not be renewing.
Okay.
Not have any concerns.
I won't either, actually. No, I still have mine on my thing just because it gets you in the door. But yeah. So sorry.
This has been wonderful.
Has it?
I'm looking.
Looking around. Can we get someone else?
Anyone around who can sit in and
take this.
talk about? Danny is next, and Danny is.
Oh, is she? Oh, Danny's so much better than me, y'all.
And
wait, is this live streamed?
Yeah.
Oh crap, Peditto.
And if she finds out what we talked about, she's not going to be happy.
Oh, you know what though? Ask her about Comic-Cons and how because they actually do a lot of stuff around that. Maybe don't. I don't know.
Yeah, I probably won't.
But I would leave it. Yeah, stop right where we are.
Yeah. You can have her on your podcast and ask her about that if you want.
We have had her on our podcast. Yeah. She's a G. She's on her way. Is she gonna do the slow-mo in?
Actually, this has been wonderful.
Yeah. Also, if anyone needs to know,
I'd just like to say my fourth guest for the podcast has been sitting here the whole time, while every other guest I wait for them to come running up.
I'm actually going to take her away so she can run up.
Can't be here.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Ashley, this is wonderful.
Yes.
Let's rotate.
Love you, Mike.
And the sun has set for our next interview.